What's up, everybody? Divine here for another video. I'm adjusting my headset. Alright, let's just sit down. Let's talk about it. Alright, and you might be wondering, what are we talking about? What is going on? What's happening, right? For one, I gotta sit down because my PS4 is blazing like crazy. And I don't want my game to turn off while running around or doing anything. This is gonna be a live commentary, and I'm gonna try to make this quicker than what I just did it, because it was 30 minutes last time, and honestly, it needs to be quicker. But there is a lot to talk about in terms of this subject, which is Tower Fantasy versus Genshin. And there's a lot of hate going on. There's a lot of people talking about what Tower Fantasy does better. There's a lot of people talking about what Genshin does better. And I will be the first person to say it. I don't think there was one game that's gonna be significantly better than another game. After deviating, like, people know this. If you look back on my content on Genshin, I've made so many Genshin videos. I've made so many Genshin content videos. I've talked about the state of Genshin. I'm not some regular dummy. I may have just 1,000 subscribers, but I'm not no regular dummy when it comes to this Genshin content. And the reason I say that is because I've delved into the inner workings of this game. I've looked at the lore. I've looked at the stories. I've played so much. And like, if you look at like my first characters, and like when I started playing, you literally you know, like they'll tell you, right, when you first got these characters, 27th of 2020. I've been playing this game for 2 years now. Like, coming this month, at the end of this month would be the 2-year anniversary of this game, and it would also be the 2-year anniversary of me playing this game, right? So for me, I've been through a lot with this game, and I've been through a lot of up and downs, and so I can't just sit here and act like Genshin's some perfect, awesome game. I can't do it anymore. I'm done pretending. I'm done acting like this. I've given the game its praises. I've made videos literally saying why Genshin has blown up, why Genshin is capitalized on Breath of the Wild, and its, popularity. And basically, after Breath of the Wild kind of just died out and fizzled out, and people were waiting for Breath of the Wild 2, how Genshin came out and kind of capitalized and made a really good, smart choice out of it. Well, same as Tower Fantasy. Honestly, I think Tower Fantasy is so smart, and here's why I say they're smart. They had their controversy last year, and where they did some plagiarism on a trailer, which was horrendous. It was bad. It was really bad plagiarism. It was clear as day. And they apologized. They also had the Honkai one where they took assets. And there's a whole bunch of other things where people say this is copied or that's copied and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, other than those situations, there hasn't been many other situations where I feel as if there's been direct plagiarism from the game. Like, some people are talking about some chip from Honkai. I don't give a damn about that. And then other people are talking about the FGO and the whole currency thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And personally, when it comes to things like that, like a little tiny chip in a menu, or a little tiny, symbol that got changed from rainbow to purple, am I supposed to look at that and say, oh my god, oh my god? All I can say is, wow, they're lazy. They're a little bit lazy, and didn't want to go make their own little type of, like, they didn't want to make another orb, but rainbow. But then again, they kind of already did this. Like, they've already made like a currency with the summer event where you use summoning, like, on the like for this summer skin. I really wanted it. It looked really cool. Like, but basically they already made a currency in the game, so like they could have stuck with the little tokens, like the little like gold tokens. Like, they could have just made these little gold tokens and just kept it, like that. They didn't have to take from FGO. I don't understand why they did it. I don't care. But yeah, that's a thing. And so I understand why people hate Tower Fantasy, but other than that, and people nitpicking, right, and some polishing issues, I don't see the problem, right? People are nitpicking a bunch of problems, and I think that's more of a bigger problem than anything, because you're just making a bunch of noise. Like, that, you're not actually doing anything productive. You're just making a bunch of noise. And so once you make a bunch of noise and people realize you're just spewing BS, no one's gonna listen, right? No one's gonna listen. And so that's why I also made this video shorter. But basically, let's talk about it. So, in terms of Tower Fantasy, what are some ground things? What are the basic, mechanics to compare to Genshin? I would say, for one, would be the SSR, the SR, the SSR matrices, and all of that, right? What are SSRs? What are SSR matrices? What are matrices? What are all of this stuff, right? So, first, I was talk about SSRs. SSRs come, and basically they are your gold. Like they're your gold in legendary gear, legendary weapons. They're your legendary stuff, basically, right? And so basically, the way all this works is you summon and basically go all the way up to 80, and your pity never resets, right? Your pity never resets. If you hit pity at 20, you can continue to go, and you will still hit 80 pity, right? And so basically on the first 80 summons, from what I know, you get 2 free units. One being at, 80 pity, and the other being at 20. But from what I can tell, there's another secret unit that you get, and I don't know if this is confirmed. I don't know if every person gets this. Maybe I'm just lucky, right? But the way this went is I got Tsubasa at 20, I got Huma at 60, and I got another version of King at 80. Cause and this is about to be really, like, I think a lot of you people are gonna think this is really cool, because I think this is where we start talking about things that Tower Fantasy does significantly better than Genshin. You can get SSR weapons off of bosses. Like, I mean off of bosses, world bosses. But here's the thing, and here's why I think they done, like, and I think it's very much fair, because it feels very rewarding. When all of us work as a group, and then you get a SSR for opening the box, right? So basically, you have these little gold chips. And so basically, the way this works is you fight the boss, and the boss is really hard. Like, it has a bunch of health, and you can't fight it other than in a massive big group. And so basically, once you clear the boss, you use these gold chips that you get from dailies and all this other stuff, and basically you put it into that, and then you could possibly get SSR or SSR Matrix. And this makes saving up for these gold chips and then going on boss rushes fun as hell. I can see me making content on literally just doing boss rushes, seeing if I can get constellations, or I think they're called stars in this game. Like, if I can get, like, a character 6-star, right? Like, who can I get 6-star first with 100 gold chips? I can see that already in the future. I can see that going in the future, like boss rushes of you just farming bosses for like hours. And that right there is awesome. I would literally just say it, that's awesome. I literally think, honestly, that the potential for the content, for you to do long term in this game is really fun. So when we get into that and then compare that to Genshin, with Genshin, you have domains, you have your weapon, talent up domains, you have multiple different domains, but basically all follow the same structure. Go in and fight a mob. In this, you have these domain-esque things where you go and fight a mob, and then you get like weapon batteries, but you don't also just have that. You can do these things called joint operations where you get gear, you get matrices as well, and basically, and if you didn't just realize that, that's 2 ways to get matrices, right? So basically, you could do joint ops, which costs resin, aka vitality in this game. That's what it's called, vitality, right? And so basically, you do this, and you can get gold gear, or purple gear, and better gear, and matrices as well. And then, as you keep going on, you start learning deeper and deeper systems called advancements and starring and all this stuff. Not going to talk about it in this video. I think it's better if you just play the game and figure all that stuff out for yourself, because it's fairly simple. You just use other gear to feed your, lesser gear and make it better and stronger. Quite simple. But basically, I just want to talk more about how this game gives you options. Because not only that, you have another mode called Void Rifts, which I think you can do 3 times a day, and you can get SSR matrices off of this as well. If you clear it, I think you get a random SSR matrix. And this is cool, because yes, it is just a random SSR matrix, but also it's the fact that it just gives you a random one in general. right? You don't have a chance of getting a random purple or none like that. You have a chance at getting a gold one. And if you're not using, you know, resin or anything like that, you just have 3 chances a day, I think. Like, you just do it. And that's cool. You know, that's just cool to me. Like, I think that's really cool. And then you have Bygone, which is, you know, free to, like, it's kind of like the spiral abyss of this game, right? You have that, but except it's infinite. So you continue to do it, and you get these rewards. You get gold, you get, or not gold, but I think they're called dark crystals. You get dark crystals, which is the summon material. You get, you know, weapon enhancements. You get advancement materials. You get these chips. You get a lot of stuff. Like, you get a lot of stuff to upgrade and, you know, advance yourself with. And so basically, the way the system works, I've noticed, is you choose what to do. You choose if I want to, like, for example, save up all my dark crystals, farm a bunch of dark crystals, and then go summon, you know, a bunch of matrices or summon for characters. I choose to do that, right? You can choose what you really want to do in this game. Like, you can summon for matrices, you can go farm matrices, you can, you know, save up a bunch of your gold chips to try to farm them later, or save a bunch of gold up and try to summon them later. It's all up to you. And that's the thing that makes this game so great, is that if you know Genshin, any person will tell you, when it comes to Genshin, the only thing to do and the only way to get characters is to summon for them, is to buy them, and that's it. And so that's the one thing Tower Fantasy, and people are gonna hate this, but Tower Fantasy does significantly better than Genshin, is giving you options. It gives you options. It allows you to actually sit there and play the game how you choose to play the game. It lets you do whatever you really kind of want. And basically, going more deeper into this, the weapon system. The weapon system is awesome because when you summon for SSR weapon and you get the skin of the user who used that weapon. So basically, when I said earlier, Tsubasa, Huma, and King, what I'm saying is basically I got me an ice bow, a freaking fire shield that turns into an axe, and then a big old scythe, a fire scythe. And I can go into my menu in my backpack and then just switch on simulacra and then turn these simulacra on, and then I'll be wearing the skin, right? And that's cool. But beyond that, right? Beyond all of that, I can also... Why can't I sit down this? Thank you. I can also sit there and take it off and then just use the weapons on my character and enjoy my character and my drip that I earned and, you know, worked hard and, you know, explore all these areas for and, you know, got this cool drip for. That's cool. And I really mess with that, and I think the potential here is really cool. And there's a lot of things Genshin can do, like, you know, can take from this. Like, for example, people have been saying it for a minute. Where is my girl Lumine's newer outfit? Where's my girl Lumine's new outfit? Installed Fortnite. Cool. But where's my girl Lumine's new outfit? I would love to see her get a new outfit. Same with, you know, Aether. And I get it. I completely understand, like, not every person is going to like Tower Fantasy, not every person is going to jive with Tower Fantasy, but I genuinely think it's worth, you know, at least trying. And these are just some of the things I want to highlight. And I did talk about these, you know, their plagiarism, their scandals, and what's bad about it. And to me, I think what Genshin could take from this is add more permanent content, because we're stuck in this limbo, and I've already said it, I'm not going to keep rehashing it. I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. This is stale. This is getting to the point where we're not going nowhere. We're being mundane, and we're just staying in this constant limbo of story quests, limited time event, story quest, limited time event, story quest, limited time event. Oh my god, did you see what happened to such and such character? At this point, I watch story videos like Ashy Kai, Chill with Aster, without even playing the story. And you can check it here. You can completely check it here. You can completely check me here. I have 2 more Archon quests. I have 2 more Archon quests. And these are old Archon quests. From the Chasm. From the Chasm. I haven't even done the Chasm quest. And the reason for that is because, why? Why? When I could just go watch it on YouTube. I could go watch Ashley Kai talk about it. I could go watch, I could go watch Chill with Aster. And those, great content creators who break and dissect lore and then piece it in together. And piece in all these theories. And I can go just watch them dissect it and, break it down and tell it. And it's just more interesting. And then I can give those people, the recognition rather than play the game and just be like, oh yeah, cool. I know she's supposed to be talking here, but I turned the voices off. I just wanted to just do something. Basically, yeah, that's kind of the video. I don't want to talk more about Genshin and its issues. I've done that enough in enough videos, and I've made this video long enough. Honestly, when it comes to Tower Fantasy and Genshin, I'll say it like this. I know Tower Fantasy can be better. I know Genshin can be better. Neither game is perfect, and neither game will be perfect. Tower Fantasy will not kill Genshin. As you can see, this game looks beautiful. It's very polished. It looks, gorgeous. And if you even peep, Genshin has no clipping. Like, I'm not saying it has 0 clipping, but if you notice, there's barely any clipping. Like, look at Yanfei's outfit and how it barely clips, right? There's barely any clipping. And that's the one thing I'll give it. They are masters at polish. They're masters at it. Hoyoverse are masters at polish. But is it always about polish? Is it always about looking pretty? No. It's about sometimes having fun gameplay. And not being able to jump up and throw my sword down into the ground. Well, I can't do that. Like, I'm on top of you. I do this. I can plunge attack. But not being able to swing in the air is stupid. Right? Not being able to do my ability in the air is stupid. Like some characters do have abilities you can do in the air, like Xiao. I already know that. Kazuha. But those are specific characters. You have to have that character to do that. And yes, not every weapon and character in Tower Fantasy is gonna be balanced and perfect. Like, that's one of my main fears, is that the game is gonna get power crept. Like, a lot of characters are gonna get power crept. I don't want to have a C or their version of a C6, unit, and then get power crept because, a new ice character came out and made my Meryl completely trash. Oh no, I can't play Meryl no more. Boo hoo! Oh my god! Right? I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that person. Right? And so I would, prefer if the game does not put me in that position. But whatever happens, happens. And honestly, when it comes to Tower Fantasy, I'm having a very fun time. I'm going to try to figure out a way to make content on it. I don't know right now, though, because I play it on my phone, and, it's very much a lot, right? It's a lot to try to figure out how to record on your phone and, use a mic, kind of, without having a shitty mic, right? I don't want to make more shitty content than my content already. Like, my content, I would say, is pretty shitty. And that's not to me put myself down or to get sympathy points. I'm saying that because I'm on a PS4 that's blaring and a freaking headset mic. Like, oh my god. I don't want to put y'all through any more pain. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to put y'all through any more pain. Like, y'all go through enough, even, for whoever's even watching this content. Like, y'all go through enough. I don't need to put y'all through more hell. But, that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. It's very much appreciated. If you did watch to this point, I've recorded this video like 4 or 5 times. But, it's whatever it is to make a really good video, to make a concise video, to make a video that talks about actually everything. Because I don't want to be that YouTuber who's like, oh my god, Tower Fantasy is perfect. It's perfect, and you should play it right now, and you should not think about anything else. It's perfect. It's a perfect game, and I don't know any other game that's better. No. It's an MMO. It's a pretty good MMO. I find it fun, but it's not the best MMO. And it's not going to be a Genshin killer. It's not going to be anything like that. It's just a pretty good game. That's it. It's not great. It's not the best. It's not going to be, game of the year. That goes to Elden Ring. Like, I'm sorry. I'm done. I was gonna get Elden Ring and play it, but bro, my God, every person nowadays is talking about how every game is gonna die or every game is dead and everything is this and that. I'm sick and tired of it personally. Let's just play games and enjoy it. Like I just watched a video of some dude saying it. Let's just play games and enjoy it. But like, comment, subscribe, all that is very much appreciated. You know, bye and see ya. Peace out.